Busted Play Podcast. It is Bedlam week. It is a huge week in college football. Actually, you see, it's I think tied for the most ranked opponents playing each other in a week in the AP poll. So it's crazy. We have so many games to predict, but I'm going to go ahead and start with my rant of Oklahoma State, and just how much I just can't stand Oklahoma State sometimes. But I think this is going to be a hell of a football game. You know, you have two prolific offenses going up against each other, but both defenses are kind of, we'll have to see kind of where the advantages are with Oklahoma State. Well, first off, ESPN is promoting this because I think they have the game. I think it's ESPN. I really don't remember, but whichever channel has it, they're saying it's not just a game, it's not just a rivalry, it's Bedlam, which is true. It's honestly probably one of the best weeks of college football because it just seems like these past couple of years since Texas is out of the picture that Oklahoma State's always the biggest game in the Big 12. So, you see, JD, of course, he picked Oklahoma to win this game. And we both love Oklahoma. We're both huge, diehard Oklahoma fans, but he is the overly optimistic Oklahoma fan. But I'm the realist in the family, I guess you could say. But I'm going to take Oklahoma as well. You're going in the Boone Pickens Stadium, which, trust me, when I lived in Oklahoma City, I went to some Oklahoma State games. That place gets so loud. When they bang the paddles on the wall, it gets insanely loud in there. It's a great atmosphere. It's a typical college football town. Everyone there loves the Cowboys. Everyone's into the game, and I really love the atmosphere of Oklahoma State. But last week when Oklahoma was playing Texas Tech, we were using the hashtag #BeTheDifference to try to get the crowd pumped up for Baker Mayfield's last game against Texas Tech, right? Well, Oklahoma State is now using the hashtag #BeTheDifference for their home game against Oklahoma. Okay. We get it. You can't do things by yourself. You have to steal some hashtags. Your coach has to have a mullet to get attention to actually get recruits to come play at Oklahoma State. I think that's true. But come on, get your own stuff, right? But it's okay because Oklahoma is going to get what's theirs, and it's Bedlam. Oklahoma's going to win this game. I think it's going to be one heck of a football game. I think it's going to be a 35-42, something like that. Real close, real nail biter. But I think Baker Mayfield, he's already got the Cowboy stash. He's going to get the Cowboy stash. If he doesn't have the Cowboy stash, I'm going to be very disappointed. I think he's going to have it anyway because when he has the Cowboy stash, there's no stopping him. You can't stop Baker and his Cowboy stash. So that's my take. Oklahoma State. That's the biggest game of the week in my eyes. But let's go ahead. I have JD's picks, and mine. We're just going to go through them real quick. So many games. I want to say there's maybe close to 20, so we're just going to go through them really, really fast. UCLA at Utah. JD picked UCLA. I'm also going with the Bruins. Marshall at Florida Atlantic. We both took Florida Atlantic. Lane Kiffin, all that good stuff. I think coaching's just out of the mix there. Give us the Owls. Number 7, Penn State going into number 24, Michigan State. We both took Penn State as well. So now we have number 14, Auburn going in to College Station, Texas A&M. I'm taking Auburn in this game. JD's taking Texas A&M. I think Auburn's defense is going to be the X factor in that one. Kansas State at Texas Tech. I'm going to take Kansas State with their running game, with their quarterback, and also I think their defense is just a little bit better in Texas Tech. JD's taking the air raid in Texas Tech. He's taking the points over defense. Number 21 going into number 25, Washington State. JD's going to take Stanford. I'm going to take Wazoo. I think a home game for Wazoo, Mike Leach, and just that offense. I don't think the offense has really missed a beat. Their defense is real crummy. I know love for Stanford is amazing, but I think it's going to be a shootout, and Wazoo wins. Number 4, Clemson. This is a good one. Number 4, Clemson going in to number 20, North Carolina State. You see, JD took North Carolina State in this one. And I'm tempted to take North Carolina State. This is one of the games I still haven't even picked. I'm going to kind of convince myself whenever I pick. But, Kelly Bryant is back for Clemson. Kelly Bryant, the Clemson lost whenever Kelly Bryant went down against Syracuse. Yes, I understand that. But, yes, it's still a loss to Syracuse. But give me Clemson in this one. I think they're trying to prove to themselves that with Kelly Bryant back, they are a legit playoff contender. So, number 15, Iowa State going in to Morgantown to play West Virginia. JD takes Iowa State, and he takes the Cyclones. Hold on. Yes, Iowa State's a good football team. Don't get me wrong. But every Cinderella story has to end. They beat Oklahoma. They've made a run in the Big 12. But I think West Virginia upsets Iowa State this week at home. It's so hard to win in West Virginia. Iowa State won in Oklahoma, but I have a good feeling about the Mountaineers in this one. I don't want them to win. I would like for Iowa State to win to make Oklahoma look better, but I think West Virginia is going to win. So now we have South Carolina going up against the now number 1 ranked Georgia Bulldogs in the college football playoff rankings. JD's got Georgia. I've got Georgia as well. That's easy. Will Muschamp, the worst head coach in Power 5, maybe even in all of college football. Yeah, who knows? Wake Forest going into number 3, Notre Dame. We both had the Fighting Irish in this one. It was tough. I think Wake Forest is going to give the Fighting Irish a game, a run for their money, but I think Notre Dame pulls it out. Number 6, Ohio State going into Iowa. JD takes Ohio State in this one. Deservingly so. Ohio State, comes back, beats Penn State in the thrilling comeback against at home. That was a great game. But hey, I'm taking the Children's Hospital wave to be good luck. Give me the Hawkeyes. I say Hawkeyes upset Ohio State. Ole Miss at Kentucky. We have JD got Kentucky. I'm taking Ole Miss. The quarterback that backs up Shea Patterson is also probably just as good as Shea Patterson. So I don't think Ole Miss is going to lose a step like they had one anyway. But I'm going to take the Rebels in this one. JD's taking the Wildcats. Texas at number 8, TCU. I'm going to take the Longhorns in this one. Just kidding. Just kidding. As much as I think Texas is going to win, I'm going to pick TCU because I still haven't this year picked Texas to win because they should never win. All right, but me and JD, we both take TCU in that one. Number 18, UCF going into SMU. We both have UCF in that one. Central Florida, they are on a roll. Number 18 in the country. Head coach UCF probably will leave to go be the head coach at Florida. I hope not, because I would love to see UCF rise to the top again. But Minnesota at Michigan. Michigan out of the top 25 now. We're both taking Michigan in that one. Now, this is another great game. Number 13, West Virginia. I'm sorry, number 13, Virginia Tech going into Coral Gables. Number 10, Miami. JD's taking the Hawkeyes and Virginia Tech. Give me my Hurricanes. Yes, Miami had trouble with North Carolina last week, but that was in North Carolina, 11 o'clock. I don't see that being a problem. I think Miami takes care of business. I think Rozier has a heck of a game. So this one's a big one right here. Big football game. Always a huge football game. This year doesn't seem as big, but here in Louisiana, it is huge. Number 19, LSU going into Tuscaloosa to face number 2, Alabama. I'm taking Alabama in this one on the sole fact that, just Bama's front seven is still the best in college football. JD's taking LSU, which I completely understand because LSU's offense now is a bunch of, what Nick Saban calls eye candy with all this motion, moving receivers, moving guys down the field, putting him back into the running back position. But when you think about it, it's all the exact same things LSU has done in the past, except for, toss dives, really. basically it's just a bunch of motion. Then whenever they stop, it's just the same thing they've always done. Give the ball to the running back and just throw and run, and then on third down, try to throw the football. So I don't think it's that much of a difference, but I think LSU's defense gives them a chance to put themselves into this football game if they can contain Jalen Hurts and Calvin Ridley. I think that's the X factor right there. LSU's defense being able to contain Jalen Hurts in his running ability and making him throw the football, just making Alabama throw the football in general, I think gives LSU a chance. So, all right, couple more. Oregon at number 9, Washington. JD picks Oregon. I'm taking Washington. I've always been high on Washington, even though they broke my heart in the playoff last year. So, number 22, Arizona at number 17, USC. JD's taking the Wildcats of Arizona. I'm taking USC and the fake Sam Darnold. That's it. Guys, that's it. We got 2 more games covering the spread. You got Syracuse going into Florida State. Florida State is a 4-point favorite. JD says Syracuse covers 4 points. I say Florida State wins outright and wins more by 4. Then Western Kentucky going into Vanderbilt, who is Vanderbilt an 11-point favorite. JD saying Western Kentucky is going to cover 11 points. I say Vandy wins by more than 11. Derek Mason, one of the best coaches in the SEC, just is at Vanderbilt. And all the talent, no one really wants to go to Vanderbilt because, well, people would love to go to Vanderbilt. It's just some people just can't get the grades. You know what I mean? I can't. I don't know what to say. But anyway, guys, that is this week's college football. I think, week 10 predictions. Bedlam, Ohio State, at Iowa, Penn State, at Michigan State, Clemson, North Carolina State, and then LSU at Alabama. Guys, it's going to be a fun weekend of college football. So, man, love this game. I love it. All right, everyone who's watched this video, thank you. And as always, God bless.